Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. In this video, we will talk about KINGSTONE Companies Incorporated's latest report, an 8K filing that tells us about a special payment they are making. It sounds like a lot of paperwork, but we'll break down what it really means for the company and its investors. Before we dive in, if you like getting insights directly from these corporate documents, make sure you are subscribed and join our Discord community linked in the description below for more discussions on this and other filings. So, what is the big news from KINGSTONE Companies Incorporated, or KINGSTONE as they're called in the market? Well, on the 31st of October of 2025, which is pretty recent, the company announced something important. They have a board of directors, which is like the top decision-making group for the company. This board has decided to give out a quarterly cash dividend. Now, what does that mean for you? A dividend is basically a way for a company to share its profits with its owners, the stockholders. You own a piece of the company through stocks, and sometimes if the company is doing well, they give you a little slice of the money they made. This dividend is set at $0.05 per S-share, so if you own one share of KINGSTONE Incorporated stock, you'll get 5 cents. If you own 100 shares, you'll get $5, and so on. This payment is scheduled to be made on the 26th of November 2025, but here is a tiny detail to keep in mind. You need to be a stockholder on record at the close of business on the 11th of November 2025 to receive this dividend. Think of it like this: the company takes a snapshot of all its shareholders on that date, and only the people in that snapshot will get the cash. The report itself is dated the 31st of October 2025. This is the earliest date mentioned in the filing, which tells us when this dividend announcement was officially made. This kind of announcement about dividends is part of what is called Regulation FD disclosure. FD stands for Fair Disclosure, and it is a rule from the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, that all publicly traded companies have to follow. The main idea is that if a company tells something important to some people, it has to tell everyone else at the same time. This ensures that no one gets an unfair advantage by hearing important news first. Now, let's talk about the stock itself. KINGSTONE Incorporated has common stock, and each share has a par value of $0.01. Par value is a very small nominal value assigned to a share of stock. It is mostly an accounting term and doesn't usually reflect the actual market price of the stock. The ticker symbol for their common stock, which is like a special code used to trade it on the stock market, is KINS, and you can find these shares trading on the Nasdaq capital market. For investors, dividends are often a sign that a company is confident about its financial health and its ability to generate profits consistently. It can be an attractive feature, especially for those looking for income from their investments. So this entire report is essentially a disclosure. KINGSTONE Incorporated is making sure they are complying with the SEC rules by publicly announcing this dividend information. The company is also being careful to state that this information is being furnished, not filed. What that means is that while they are providing the information to the SEC, it is not considered part of their official filings in the same way that their financial statements might be. This offers them a bit of protection from certain legal liabilities that could come with official filings. They are also clarifying that this announcement does not mean they are admitting the information is material or complete, or that investors should make decisions solely based on this. This is standard legal language to protect the company. Attached to this report is the actual press release that announced the dividend. This is exhibit number 99.1. So if you wanted to see the original announcement in full detail, you would look for this press release. It is a way to cross-check information and get the exact wording from the company. And then there is exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This is essentially a digital representation of the filing embedded within what's called inline XBRL. Think of it as a machine-readable version of their report, which helps with data analysis and transparency. Finally, the report is signed by Randy Patton, who holds the position of Chief Financial Officer. This is a standard requirement for these types of filings, confirming that the information has been reviewed and approved by a senior executive. The signatures are crucial in the corporate world as they place responsibility on individuals for the accuracy of the disclosures made. Looking at this filing, KINGSTONE Incorporated seems to be in a position to share some of its earnings with its shareholders. A consistent dividend, even a small one like $0.05 per share, often signals stability and a commitment to returning value to investors. However, it is important to remember that this 8K filing is focused solely on this dividend announcement. It doesn't give us a deep dive into the company's overall financial performance, like its revenues, profits, or debt levels. To get a full picture of the company's health, an investor would need to look at their more comprehensive reports, like a 10Q for quarterly results or a 10K for annual results. For now, this dividend announcement is a positive, albeit small, sign from KINGSTONE Incorporated. It suggests they have enough cash flow to reward their shareholders. The key question for investors will be whether this dividend can be sustained, and if the company's underlying business can support future increases. We'll have to keep an eye on their upcoming financial reports to see the full story. Alright? That is our breakdown of KINGSTONE Companies Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on this dividend announcement and what it might mean for the company and its investors? Drop your thoughts in the comments if this analysis was valuable. Hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.